Welcome, welcome. This is the 3x3 arms workout. I'm going to take you through 3 batches of exercises that are done back to back to back, starting with the straight bar biceps curl. Whenever I do a straight bar biceps curl, I'm thinking more about mass. And so I'm loading the weight with even more weight than I would on a dumbbell, but you want to make sure you're pivoting with your elbow so your shoulders aren't coming into the motion. Another thing to keep in mind is with my 3x3s, I will often, if the barbell is there, I will often just transition right into a forearms curl. Hey, why not? And then the third exercise is the ever popular ropes triceps press down. And it's also called the ropes triceps extension. And the reason being is the rope enables you to pull out at the very bottom of the contraction, which, as you can see, allows for a maximum triceps extension. So I do highly recommend you do try the rope. And then after, I'm transitioning right into an abs crunch. The focus is the upper abs, and you'll really target them if you're blowing out all your air at the top of this contraction. And it is important that when you're doing a ball crunch that you do have a solid foundation. And so often I'll make sure my heels are heavily planted into the ground. And then just use your hand to lead your head up through this full range of motion. So on to the second batch of exercises, starting with the easy bar triceps extension. It's also called a nose breaker. It's also called a French press. Depends on the day often. So another great exercise, you'll notice I did an exercise with biceps that was quite heavy for the biceps. I'm now doing what is the heaviest for the outer triceps, which I'm really focusing on personally. And so as you can see, you pick a spot on your forehead, you can even go behind your head. And then transitioning right into the dumbbell hammer curl, and I'll show from the side. Just want to point out a couple of things. So I'm going toward the inner chest versus going straight on. And for me, I have discovered that works the outer head of the biceps significantly more. And this exercise, for me, it's all about separation. There's this hammer ball muscle that separates the bicep and the tricep, and so I am going inside to maximize the focus on, again, that hammer ball, which is a really strong dividing muscle to show a lot of separation between your biceps and your triceps. I love it. It's great for width as well. Now into the hanging lower abs leg lift. What a challenging exercise. I do love this exercise so much, in particular because if you pivot with your leg lift or with your hips, when you're lifting up, there is a lot of resistance on those abs to build those lower abs. So on to the third batch of exercises, starting with high cable biceps curl. This third set of exercises, third batch of exercises is more about refinement. And so is it any wonder I have a high to low biceps curl? This is more focused on the upper segment of the bicep. It's more of a peak or a height focus. So if you feel like your biceps are more lengthy and you'd like more height, this is definitely something to consider. And here you're seeing an alternative view if going perpendicular feels uncomfortable. Now into the dumbbell triceps press. You're noticing that I'm very careful to put it on my shoulder. You can see my elbows are tucked in. You can also see a lot of sweat build up on my chest. At this particular point of the workout, the fans are on. Now, the inner triceps, it is a very interesting muscle group. I did the overhead more to have a little bit more weight, but when I do the reverse grip triceps press or press down, it to me is more about sculpting. And so I'm not, as you can see, I've got 5s on there. So I'm not thinking about a ton of weight. I'm thinking about isolating the inside of the triceps and getting a fantastic muscle contraction. Keep your wrist straight through the motion, and that is my 3x3 arms workout.